Good evening, YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting in a Fan. Right now, the time is approximately 11 p.m. Eastern Time, and the date is Monday, October 25th, 2021. The moon is waning in Cancer, and the sun is transiting in Scorpio. It's a very emotionally intense time, astrologically speaking, and you know, it's funny because I'm usually not excited about Samhain. I think that Samhain is overemphasized when it comes to the Witch's Wheel of the Year because there are 8 Sabbats for a reason. But I'm actually looking forward to this Samhain, more so than I thought I would be. So, to those of you who are new to my YouTube channel, welcome. To those of you who are not new to my YouTube channel, welcome back. I am actually doing another unboxing video, and first of all, I must acknowledge 2 of my favorite YouTube channel content creators, and I need you to give me one moment. Are you here? Are you paying attention? Do you know what's going on? Are you sure? Because the close-ups are coming. Okay. I needed to give a direction to my awesome audio-visual person for my YouTube videos, also known as Drake, because he didn't seem to be paying attention to me. And not so much to me, but to what's going to happen, what he needs to do behind the camera, because, you know, that's how that goes. But I need to acknowledge 2 of my favorite YouTube channel content creators. They are The Hermit's Cave, formerly known as Two Spirit, and Jennifer Ball's Witch House, formerly known as Jennifer Ball's Spiritual Garage. Now, the reason why I must acknowledge them is, well, 2 reasons. Number one, they are 2 phenomenal people, 2 phenomenal magical practitioners, 2 phenomenal goddess-worshipping people, 2 phenomenal people who love and adore the tarot and oracle cards. And number 2, for the last several years, every year, the 2 of them do this co-hosting where they do a live video, and Simon of the Hermit's Cave will ask Jennifer of Jennifer Ball's Witch House a series of questions. And I remember one of the few times that I caught this live broadcast, this live YouTube video streaming, one of the questions that Simon had asked Jennifer was, do you prefer mass market decks or indie decks? And Jennifer said, with no hesitation, no malice, no apologies, no pause, indie decks. So ever since then, every opportunity I have to contribute to a crowdfunding page for an indie deck, I do. And I received one of those indie decks today. And I want to tell you something. When it comes to any Kickstarter campaign or any other crowdfunding campaign that excites me, whether or not I'm able to contribute at the time or even at all, because there were a few indie decks that I wasn't able to contribute to, and believe me, there are 2 in particular that I'm like, oh. Anyway, but I was able to contribute to this one, and I constantly share things on Twitter. Twitter is my primary social media use platform. I use Twitter more than any other social media platform. Even when I used to use Facebook, I would use Twitter more often. And to this day, when it comes to sharing a video, a YouTube video, at the very least, if I don't share it on my one of my Pinterest boards or on my Tumblr page, I always share it on my Twitter page. And when I shared the tweet or the link for this particular Kickstarter campaign, I received more likes and more retweets about it than anything else that I've shared this entire year. And I want to happily unbox this video because I received it today. It is called the Fantôme Tarot deck. Capital F as in Frank, A, N as in Nancy, T as in Tom, O, M as in Mary, E, Fantôme. And I want to show you that it comes in this magic box. So of course, I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up of the box. And I'm going to do the 360-degree rotation, revolution, what have you. And we're going to do it all the way around. I love doing this. And then I'm going to do this to give you one more look here. And I'm going to do a slow one here because, as you see, it says La Muci Design. That's the company. La Muci Design. They even have an Etsy page, Etsy shop, which I will link in the description box. And I want to tell you, this I love. I love this. This I'm keeping. This I'm absolutely keeping. So, now we're going to officially unbox this. And again, this has been here on my desk for the last several hours. I have recently begun shopping at my local Target. And I gotta tell you, Target is pretty cool. I've been enjoying Target, and I've certainly been enjoying the apple crisp macchiatos at the Starbucks cafe that is in this particular Target. I think this is common with a lot of Target stores. By the way, thank you to Kimberly Moore, the living goddess who founded Mother House of the Goddess, for turning me on to apple crisp macchiatos. I promise you, if there's a Starbucks in your vicinity and you would normally go for pumpkin spice latte, have an apple crisp macchiato. You'll be like, pumpkin spice? Who dat? Seriously, I was like, I did not think about pumpkin spice latte at all when I had my first apple crisp macchiato last week. Anyway, so here is the unboxing. Thank you. Each item of ours is crafted with great attention to detail. We treat each and every order with thought and care, and we take full responsibility if you fall in love with our... Wait a minute. And we take full responsibility if you fall in love with our products. I think that's a slight typo, but I'm not sure. Again, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for supporting La Muci Design. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. P.S. Consider reusing this box. If that's not an option, please properly recycle it. Honey, this is going to be buried in my tomb because it's a magic box. Are you listening, witches? Okay, so, thank you for making this project come to life. Use this coupon code for your next purchase. Oh, I hope I didn't show that because you'll be like, coupon code. It'll be like, who is? So it comes with a card holder. Like this is I've been getting into these a lot. I've been getting into like these card holders for a card of the day type of deal. And look at the gorgeousness of this design. Like, bam! Booyah! Look at the gorgeous, I mean, I just can't. The gorgeousness is beyond the very beyond, okay? And by the way, this is what, I'm not a big app person. Like, I use apps when I really want to or really need to, and if the app is really good, I will happily pay for it. I have no problem paying for an app if it's that good. But I will tell you that one of the things that drew me to pledging to this campaign was that it comes with an interactive app. Now, I could have been like whatever, but I've seen videos of how the app works, and I've got to tell you, I'm very impressed. Okay. So, I'm going to show you some of the other perks that I did, because, you know, if I can do perks, I do perks. Oh, I can clean this up later, because I'm getting bitched out over the peanuts, but now look at this gorgeousness. Look at this gorgeousness. Like you cannot. Like the gorgeousness is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And of course, you know, it's things like this that make me love indie decks, because indie decks have all these delicious perks. So I cannot tell you how buttery soft this velvet is. I mean, you know, I've in some of my videos I've talked about smell-o-vision. This is like feel-o-vision, and I promise you, those of you in YouTube land who, like me, yours truly, love velvet, who if the weather was cooler would be constantly ensconced in velvet, This is like, feel me up, baby. Feel me up. The sensuality of this velvet is, I keep touching, I keep feeling it up. I mean, it's mine. I can feel it up all day long. But I'm telling you, it just feels, it's actually making me feel lightheaded. The deliciousness of this buttery soft velvet. Postcard, which is never going to be mailed because it's like, why would I mail this? But I will show you the opposite, the other side, because I love the starbursts. And of course, this is upright. I mean, just go, okay, so I want a vacation here. I don't know where this is, but I want to stay a month here, okay? Start your Fantome journey. Okay, I'm digging this. And I am absolutely digging the columns. I mean, these columns are just exquisite. Absolutely exquisite. And there is something very sacred geometry for me about this. Oh, this is a blank notepad. Oh, okay. I didn't know what this was. Okay, and of course, okay. The peanuts started to like get on my nerves, but I'll get over it. Okay, the scissors are coming out. How to iron silk cloth. That's good. I don't need that because I don't iron. Ooh. Okay, there's a reason why it's called Silky Smooth. Okay. Ooh. Honey, this is a whole production. I'm like, look at this. So of course I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person for my YouTube videos, also known as Drake, do a close-up of this, and I want to tell you the gorgeousness. I mean, this is like supreme gorgeousness. I love this. You know, and again, these columns, the flora is just exquisite. Oh, this feels so soft. My. Oh. If this was larger, I remember years ago, I used to really, and what I love is that you can tell which side goes upright, if you will. Like this would be the side that is laid on the table. This is the side that comes up for client readings. And I want to tell you, when I was younger, I used to love wearing shawls. I mean, I've always loved wearing shawls. And by the way, Susan, stay tuned for the next video. I'm going to show everybody, including you, the gorgeous scarf that I purchased at Target. And by the way, it was the only one, so you know it had to come home with me. But I remember I used to do like a tie thing where I would tie I forgot how to do it, but I would tie this shawl, and it would have to be at least 36 inches by 36 inches to do this. And I would like tie it around me, and then I would wear a blazer over it, and it looked fabulous. It looked fabulous. So yeah, this is just gorgeousness to the extreme. I am really, really happy about this. It's such a beautiful layout cloth. And of course, I love the whole thing because, you know. And last but not least, we come to the deck. And by the way, before I even do anything else, this is a box. This is a real box. This is the kind of box that, you know, it's like, if you have to defend yourself because somebody's trying to attack you, it's like you throw this at them, you clock them over the head with this, and there will be some serious damage. So, you know, weapon in a pinch. Not that I'm an advocate for violence, I do need to make that clear, but I think that sometimes people need to get a good smack upside the head. Especially when they're being stupid. You know, like they're being misogynistic, they're being transphobic, they're being homophobic, Islamophobic, they're being Republican. Oops! Did I say that out loud? Shh! I didn't say that out loud. For the record, I'm an independent. Okay, so buckle up, because I'm going to be a little more political than I normally am, which is almost nothing. But I am officially an independent. And I do not have a problem voting for somebody who is either a Democrat or a Republican if they are capable of doing the job properly, number one, and if they have the best interests of the people at heart, and if they demonstrate that. Like, I'm not giving you lip service prior to my election. I am telling you what you can count on me to do. If that candidate is a Republican, but they're not giving me lip service, and if they are committed to everybody being happy and healthy and well and serving all the people, then I'll happily vote for them. I have yet to encounter a Republican candidate who stands for that and who does that. So when that Republican candidate shows up, I'm more than happy to vote for them. Until then, I will vote for people who really do have the people at heart. Okay. All the people. This is the guidebook, which is in color. My awesome audiovisual person is not doing close-ups, so I apologize for that. So look at this gorgeous guidebook. It is in color on the outside, and it is in color on the inside. In fact, and it comes with its own spreads. I love that. You have the single card, you have the past, present, future, you have the Celtic cross. There has to be at least one spread that is exclusive to this deck. And no, there is not. I'll get over it. So, I've said this in some of my videos before, but it does bear repeating. When it comes to a particular tarot deck, when it comes to a tarot deck, I must see what I've called the standards of Isisness in the High Priestess card. If that card, if the High Priestess card of that tarot deck does not meet standards of Isisness, I cannot use that deck. I remember there was a vampire-themed tarot deck. I don't remember if it was a gift from somebody else or if I gave it to myself. But I took one look at the High Priestess card of that tarot deck, and I believe it was called the Vampire Tarot. And specifically the one, I don't remember offhand if it was published by Llewellyn Publishing or by US Game Systems Incorporated. But I distinctly remember looking at the High Priestess card of that vampire-themed tarot deck, and I was like, no. This does not meet my standards of Isisness, and I could not use it. I have no idea what happened to the deck. All I know was I took one look at that High Priestess card. I'm like, I cannot use this deck. I'm gonna have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up of the High Priestess card listed in the guidebook. Ladies and gentlemen, the High Priestess card of the Fantome Tarot deck meets my standards of Isisness. And I'm actually feeling an energetic psychic lightheadedness just tuning into her. Like tuning into her magic, her psychism, her energy, her lunar luminosity. And I want to tell you, I've really come to love decks where they have printing on the inside cover or the inside top of the box. And even more so if they do it on the bottom. This is becoming very popular. I've been seeing more and more decks that do this. And I want to tell you, it is something that I find very visually appealing. Okay, so Drake, as many of you know, is not only my awesome audio-visual person for my YouTube videos, he is also my amazing computer tech person. And through him, as well as some of the technically focused YouTube channels that he watches, I've come to enjoy these simple pleasures of unwrapping plastic from a deck. Of course, I've always enjoyed that. But like, if let's say I receive something that's electronic, like peeling, like let's say peeling, where is my phone? My phone. Like peeling the plastic covering of the screen. When I do that, oh honey, that's deep. I love that. That is orgasmic for me. Like seriously orgasmic, to the point that I'm dropping things. Okay, so, of course, I want to tell you, I love the back of the card design, and I'm hoping that I can catch the prismatic effect, because it does this little, are they seeing it? I dig shit like this. I absolutely dig shit like this. Seriously, this makes me so happy. And it's so beautiful. The only complaint I have about this deck, the only one, is that I cannot tell from the back of the card design if it is upright or reversed. Upright or reversed. I can look at the front of the deck and tell you that it's upright or reversed, but I cannot do that from the back. That's the only thing I don't like. So, I'm not going to do all the cards. I'm going to do my favorite cards, because you know. So again, okay, the gorgeousness of this deck is remarkable, and I can tell you, it never ceases to amaze me how many times I will see a deck on a crowdfunding page, and it's like, it's so gorgeous, and then the gorgeousness is nothing compared to having it in one's hands. I mean, I think this is kind of, I guess this goes without saying with any deck, but I am just blown away and mesmerized by the gorgeousness of this deck. And you know what's so funny? It just so happens that I am going to be offering readings at the Notions and Potions Psychic Fair this Saturday, October 30th, 2021, from 12 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time at the Elks Lodge in Beacon, New York. And this is definitely one of the decks that I'm bringing. And I didn't realize that until a few seconds ago. So I'm definitely going to have my awesome audiovisual person from my YouTube videos, also known as Drake, do a close-up of some of the cards, including the Magician card. And I mean, the gorgeousness is just beyond. And look at this glorious High Priestess card. I mean, glorious is almost an understatement with her. Unfortunately, that was Bast scratching her ear too hard again. Did you get a close-up of this? A long close-up like I didn't? Okay. And look at, now this is an Enchanted Empress. Enchanted. And if I'm not mistaken, she looks like a woman of color. So, does she? Bast! 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 Stop scratching your ear too hard, please! Oh, when she makes that sound, it just... Bast! Sorry, YouTube. And look at this gorgeous Emperor. I'm like... He's gorgeous. He's just gorgeous. I mean, you know, beautiful. And the Hierophant, by the way, is a woman. So technically, she's a High Priestess. Or a High Priestess. Because Hierophant is German for High Priest. The Lover's card is beautiful. And I love that, then again, allegorically speaking, the lovers depict Eve and Adam. So yes, the snake makes sense. And just as a personal thing, I love seeing sphinxes as opposed to horses on this Chariot card. And look at this gorgeous, gorgeous Strength card. It's a spirit lion. Are you doing a close-up?
Mm-hmm.
You sure? Okay. And of course, given that I mentioned Simon of the Hermit's Cave, I must show you the Hermit card. And the last major arcana card I'm going to show is the Wheel of Fortune. I'm not going to mention who it is, but for those of you that have had readings with me, you know that the High Priestess card for me represents my soul with regards to tarot. It's my goddess portal, if you will. That's why whenever I conclude using a tarot deck, I always place the High Priestess card above. I mean, I shuffle it 9 times, go through the deck, and then the last card that I put on top is the High Priestess card. And when I use oracle card decks, whether or not they're based in tarot, whichever card for me represents the High Priestess, either in imagery, energy, or both, I do the same thing with an oracle card deck. Now look at this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous Ace of Pentacles. I mean, I love this. I absolutely love, love, love this. And so it's Pentacles first, and then we're doing the standard Page, Knight, Queen, and King. I'm going to show the King of Pentacles. Pardon me. This is the King of Pentacles. Okay. And then we go from Pentacles to Cups, and look at this Venus Love Dove. Isn't she gorgeous? And I am loving the Two of Cups. I will show all of you the Two of Cups and then the Three of Cups, and then I will either show one more Cups card, or I will show, or go to the next suit, which was probably, I'm going to say Swords. I'm not sure. So I'm going to show one more Cups card. Okay, I want this coat Man in the Four of Cups is wearing. I want that. And, you know, it's funny, I'm not a big burgundy person. I don't wear it that often. I have one, maybe 2 articles of clothing that are burgundy in color. Burgundy is a garnet color, and because garnet is a traditional birthstone of people born in January, and specifically in Western astrology, Capricorns, I feel that it's appropriate for me to have at least one item of clothing that is burgundy in color. You know what? I'm going to show all of you the Queen of Cups because I love her stylized cup. It's just, it's unique, and it's not on all the other cups. And I stand corrected, it's actually wands, then swords. Look at this gorgeous Ace of Wands. I mean, it is just, it's exquisite. It's exquisite. And even calling it exquisite is a gross understatement. Did you get it? Okay. And then I'm going to show all of you the Two of Wands. And I love the fact that there's a variation on the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith theme, because in most Rider-Waite-Smith oriented tarot decks, you see the Man in the Two of Wands holding one of the wands, and there's another wand that's in the immediate vicinity of it, like usually a few inches away. But here, the Man in the Two of Wands is holding one of the wands in his left hand, and the other wand is to his right, and it's laying against the bench on which he is seated. So I love that Esra, capital E-S-R-A, who is the individual who designed the Fantôme Tarot deck, did a variation on the theme, on the traditional theme. And then we have the Four of Wands, which is just gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. And I love the fact that there is no canopy, there is no chuppah, but there is a bouquet that they're both holding. Just beautiful. And I love the fact that technically some of the cards have no borders. Okay, I am going to show all of you the Knight of Wands, because the Knight of Wands is one of my personal favorite cards. It's the card of the spiritual warrior. And I really love that he's wearing a mask. And of course, I have to show all of you, especially my fellow black cat lovers, the Queen of Wands. And I look at the gorgeous lion statues. And of course, the black cat is next to one of them like, I'm the real lioness, bitch. I am the real lioness. You are not messing with me, thank you very much. And this Ace of Swords to me looks like a crystal. It does not look like metal at all. It looks like a crystal that is, well, from a witchy perspective in Atame, it's exquisite. I am just digging this massively so. You know, it is so funny. I have never seen an Eight of Swords card that I find beautiful. This Eight of Swords card is beautiful to me. It is absolutely beautiful to me. And I'm really digging it. I keep looking through these cards and I wanna like chat with all of them and say, what's your story? Oh my goddess, I forgot about this. This deck has 2 cards that are exclusive to it. So the first one, and of course those of us who love cats will love that it has a spirit cat, and it's called the Artist. And then of course the other card is called the Reader. Do you want to know something? I'm actually coming up with a spread for this tarot deck. And it's funny because in my professional readings and even in my personal readings, I almost never use a significator card. And yet right now what's coming to me is a spread that utilizes both of these cards as significator cards. So the Artist would represent the client, and the Reader would represent the one doing the reading, in this case me. And it's like, what's coming up for me is so juicy. Pardon me. Let me take a sip of my tea, and of course I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up of the tea that I'm drinking. It is Twinings. It is Focus, which supports mental focus, contains ginseng as well as mango and pineapple flavors. And I want to tell you, this tea is delicious. I love this. I added a wedge of lime, a squeeze of a wedge of lime, and I also added the cranberry honey from Be Natural in the Reading Terminal Market in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And I want to tell you, it is absolutely exquisite. And because all of you haven't seen this mug in a while, I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual. Let me take another sip just in case. Honey, honey, honey. Honey, stop scratching too hard. Stop scratching too hard. Stop scratching too hard. Come on, come on, come on. You need to be careful, honey. You need to be careful. Please. Don't hiss at me. Don't hiss at me, because I want you to be careful. I don't want you to hurt your ear. Okay? I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up of the inside of the mug, this gorgeous mug from Rogan Wolf, which I love. I love the crescent moons. I love the stars. This is why this is now my official on-screen mug. And I wanted to end this tea is fabulous, I'm telling you. So that is my unboxing of the Fantôme Tarot deck. I will include in the description box the link to the Etsy shop, to the website. Oh my god. Honey, Bast, please, 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 you need to stop doing that. Because you're hurting yourself and it's making me upset. You stop hissing at me because I don't want you to hurt yourself. So you cálmate, cálmate, cálmate. I'm giving my awesome audiovisual person for my YouTube videos, also known as the Cat Whisperer, a severely pointed look as to what needs to be done for Bast. Are you getting the message? Thank you. Anyway, so I will include the website for La Muci Design in the description box. I will include the Etsy shop for La Muci Design in the description box. If I can find the original Kickstarter page, I will include that as well in the description box. That way you can look at it. I want to tell you, I cannot thank Esra enough for creating such a spectacular tarot deck. And I want to tell you, I don't know why, but the last few years, there are very few tarot and oracle card decks that have really wowed me. And, you know, and now I'm noticing that the ones that are really wowing me, I'm doing unboxings of them. And I will tell you that I really love this tarot deck a lot. That's Isis, by the way. What's the matter, Isis? Oh my gosh, you're so beautiful, you're so gorgeous. I love you, love you, love you, but you gotta be hissing in my videos. Nobody can see you because you don't want nobody to see you, but you know. Okay. You know. Anyway, YouTube, thank you. Thank you so much for honoring who I am and what I do. Thank you so much for all the likes, for all the comments, for all the shares, for all the subscriptions to my YouTube channel. Thank you to those of you who have scheduled your sessions, and thank you to those of you who have been buying me coffees. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I wish all of you mountains of blessings of peace, health, and plenty. And of course, to those of you who have the Fantôme Tarot deck, please let me know in the comments if you have used it, if you have received it, if you have yet to receive it. And hello, Durga. All the kitties are around. Hi, 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 hi. You look so cute, cute, cute. I want to tell you, I want to thank all of you, seriously. And if you pledged to this campaign, let me know in the comments. If you did not, let me know in the comments. If you have received the deck, let me know in the comments. If you have yet to receive your deck, let me know in the comments. But I want to tell you, I am super excited about this deck, and I cannot wait to use it this Saturday, October 30th, 2021, between 12 and 5 p.m. Eastern Time at the Notions and Potions Psychic Fair at the Elks Club at the Elks Lodge in Beacon, New York. I wish all of you a beautiful night, a wonderful week, a glorious Samhain, a blessed Halloween, and a wondrous weekend. And of course, stay tuned for the next video.